Look, we're live.
Hello, people. We're back at the desk.
Welcome to Marital Hate.
I'm Doug.
It's supposed to rain.
Stacey.
I'm Stacy.
Beautiful sunset happening behind us. However, earlier today, there was some weather here in Cape Coral. I don't know if you can see that, but then there was that. So that it got a little dicey apparently up in southeast.
So it might be a better viewing experience for our little friends if we brought things on the screen instead of showing them through our phones.
Not concerned about our viewers. That's been very clear since episode 1.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, anyway, we have a podcast. It's called Marital Hate. It's live most nights, although lately
there's been some under the weather issues. Tonight there was almost weather issues where
not under the weather issues,
No.
but weather issues. And but anyway, so this is Marital Hate. I'm Stacy. This is Doug. We're married. We do not hate each other usually.
It's a misnomer.
Our podcast is live on Facebook, on our personal Facebook pages, on Marital Hate Facebook, on our YouTube channel and Twitter, and you can interact with us if you so choose. Even if you don't see anybody else commenting, we see all the comments. They come in.
We
bring
we'll
them
go in
up
later
on the screen.
and say, "Haha."
And the thing that's really cool is we have a really good group. I don't know what just happened there. We have a really good group of haters, and of course our master haters, the folks that are here time after time.
They're kind of. Are there 5 of them? I think there's more, but like we only, there's only some that comment. So
yeah, I mean the people that Jeff watches a lot, but he doesn't comment as much. But I
think they watch. They listen while they're eating dinner and spit out stuff.
Horrified. I'm having burning in my titties. Can I just have a little of your coconut water?
Here we go.
No, like on
a button. You want to pour coconut water down your titty?
Maybe.
Why don't you take that cloth over there, that shirt, and we'll pour some coconut water on.
Oh, just give me your condensation.
Oh, condensation.
I put some lemongrass on my.
She put lemongrass as a bug repellent.
Which is a perfectly reasonable thing to do, but it's burning now.
Apparently, the bugs do not like an oily substance on your skin.
It's not the oil. It's just depending on the fragrance that you use.
Oil and fragrance, they don't like.
No, some fragrances they really like.
Oh, like death. The fragrance of death.
I don't know what. No, like the bugs tend to like people with O blood, which I have. Oh, if anybody needs.
I have no idea what blood type I am. You don't want that blood.
You don't want my blood. You don't want his blood.
I have a co-infections and a disease.
All right. So
well, it's a and then you have.
Mind me while I rub my cleavage
with a wet sock.
It's burning more and more.
You're right there. We're gonna have to.
I'm gonna be just sitting here playing with my.
Want me to get you some ice?
It wouldn't. It's. I actually have been playing with my tits. I might need a really wet paper towel, to be honest with you, because it's really burning.
Really? I'll go. Hang on, folks. Titty patrol.
Okay. So anyway, when we're not finding problems with my body or having torture from, we have some pretty interesting conversations, and usually it's super inappropriate. I apologize in advance. Definitely do not watch with your chosen member of the clergy, or maybe not your family, unless your family's fucked up, in which case you're in the right place. It's like you give me a wad.
Well, I tried to fold it nicely.
It's
not a wad. A wad is round. That was a nice flat. It was like I tried to make it look like a handy wipe. Remember the handy wipes back in the day?
They still exist.
And then now they're wet wipes, and now they come in a can.
No, there's handy wipes are still a thing.
Handy wipes are still a thing.
I don't even know why we're talking about fucking handy wipes. But we never even got to finish our chat about going RV shopping on Saturday.
Well, I know you're dying. And the Whole Foods experience.
Fucking Whole Foods, and then we went to a nice place today, place that makes me feel better about my life.
It saves everyone money.
We went to Costco.
The Costco.
Because our friend, my friend since 1992, Dave is coming to visit tomorrow, and something for y'all to look forward to.
I was trying to explain who was coming to someone. But yeah, it's Stacy's horror movie friend from high school. What? They used to watch horror movies. They would talk about horror movies.
And we would drive around and be stupid all the time. And Dave's like a quiet guy, but once you get to know him, he's super goofy and just amazing and just kind and thoughtful. And
this is the place for that.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to hang out with Dave and make him listen to bad 90s music and make poor Doug listen to bad 90s music.
It's not my genre, if it were. There were some good songs in the 90s,
But
you got to look.
Dave likes to make fun of Counting Crows, so I think
Oh,
you'll
my
appreciate it. He'll
goodness.
go, believe in me. He's like, what is wrong with you people?
Cats.
So I think we're gonna have a good time. So I'm super excited about
That
it.
might be the funniest little bit I've ever done on this show.
So about the cats.
Oh, cats.
I just received from my friend Christina. My friend Christina just sent me a meme. Reason cats are better than babies, number 248. When you're done holding cats, you can just drop them on the floor.
Yes.
Pretty
indeed.
sure you can do that with babies too, but they frown upon it.
Well, that was like that. Did I save that picture today? No, I guess I didn't. But somebody had a baby like on a round like sheep thing. They said when playtime's over, you put them in the trash. It was awful. Nobody should do that.
So much
please.
rage towards
It
babies.
was
What do the
just-
babies ever do to you?
I like babies.
They grow
I
into
like them. My babies are
teenagers.
good.
They're insufferable, but
Well,
we seem to be through that phase. Thank
for
God.
many a year.
I gotta tell you, shout out to the mom at Costco today. She had 3 kids, and this girl was smart. She's like, I'm on my way home from work. I got 3 kids. I'm gonna stop at Costco because I can feed them all dinner for $10.
Well, we also had dinner at the Costco.
$4.50 for 2
No,
people.
I don't even think it was
It was
$4.50.
$4.50. I checked.
Was it?
Mhm.
I have the receipt.
$4.50.
It was
No, you
oh
don't.
wait, wait, no, I have it in my phone because I took a picture of it because it was such a deluxe dinner. It was $4.24 exactly, and the card was approved, so that's good for a purchase of $4.24.
Well, let me just tell you about the card being approved.
Can I give a preamble for this?
If you want to.
Well, Stacy is now taking it upon herself to figure out who has the best credit card points versus rewards, all this stuff. So she's been doing her typical deep dive into this whole
Research mode.
Well, so anyways, I will just gloss over the front and then you fill in the details. It sounds like we use one card for groceries, one card for Costco, one card for Apple products, and one card for everything else. Travel.
Okay, so here's the deal. We pay our cards off every month. And
while it lasts.
Yeah, right now we're still able to do that, but we, because Doug hasn't worked since last September. And
I'm running out of plasma, folks.
When does unemployment run out?
4 or 5 weeks, something like that.
4 or 5 more weeks on unemployment. And so we are hemorrhaging money, but we have been able to pay our cards off every month because we have old cars and we don't really spend any money. We don't really do anything. Our big excitement is going to Costco. So
we met a lady.
We met a lady at Costco. Yes. So well, we're all over the place in this conversation, but we met a lady at Costco and she had 3 small children and she'd clearly stopped to get them dinner for like $10 and they were very well behaved. And I couldn't believe how well behaved they were. And the littlest one, she had like a little pillow in the cart and the kid was sound asleep. And I'm like, I want one of those. And she's like, I know, right? And I said, you probably need it more than she does, though. And she's like, too, because that's what it's like to have small kids. It's freaking exhausting. So to the points thing, yes. So my friend Kristen's son, and I need to reach out to Kristen. Kristen, if you're watching, which I don't think you do, but if you are watching, I'm thinking about you
once in a while.
Every once in a while, just to be horrified and then leave. Poor Kristen.
Talking about.
And she's a nice lady. So then we did. Her son had been doing this, and I think he's doing it through Reddit or whatever. But I started following the points guy, and we needed to. Oh, look at this! Uriel is here. What's up, Uriel? Hi, hey, hello. You can't talk about that thing.
I'm not going to say anything about it. No.
I just got back from Costa Rica. Very nice over there. Many great birds. I want to hear all about Costa Rica, and if you have any pictures you'd like to share, we'd love to see them.
I wonder if Uriel was influenced by any of the Costa Rican music genres in that area.
Oh, I don't know a lot about Costa Rican music, but I will tell you that Uriel's got some great stuff. You can look him up on YouTube and whatnot. And I really like his music. It's different. It's not something you hear every day.
Yeah, it's very
Actually,
good.
You've been looking for inspiration lately. I think that Uriel's a great place to start because it's different.
It is very different.
We like Muck Sticky. We like Uriel. We like Doug.
It's funny. I haven't even finished my album that I'm working on now. I'm already working on the next one. I've already got 3, 4, 5 songs.
You need to finish that fucking song, those 3 songs before I kill you.
You've heard it here first, people.
back.
You try to write songs, you try to bring joy to the world, and your wife tries to kill you.
That's exactly what happened. So anyway, Doug has to fly back to deal with a legal and financial matter in September.
A very important person.
Plus, we fly the kids down. So I was like, fuck, how are we going to pay for all these flights? We don't really have the money right now.
So we're trying to swindle the
not
credit
really
card.
swindling, but I did. We're going to get a storm any minute now.
That's a lightning.
So by signing up for a Chase Sapphire rewards card, I got 60,000 points. Here's the kicker. If you guys sign up, I get another 15,000 points, I think it is, and you get 85,000 or something because you got referred by me, which is, I think you get more points by being referred by me than just going on their website.
A pyramid scam.
If you would like a referral, we'll hook you up. So anyway, it gives us, if you spend $4,000 in your first 2 months, you get this huge points bonus. It's like 60,000 points.
Yeah.
And
well, I don't know what can you tell us what points to like a thing is?
So your travel, so every dollar is at least 1 point.
Okay.
Right. So a point is basically worth 2 cents worth of travel, depending on how you do it. But what you do is for travel, you get 5 times points. For Lyft, you get 3 times points, and for online grocery orders, you get 3 times points.
So, if 1,000 points is what will 1,000 points get you? Something worth $100?
Yeah, roughly.
So it's roughly yeah.
No, they're worth like a penny. Like every dollar you spend is worth a penny.
Is worth a penny.
Unless
Yep.
It's travel or Lyft or grocery delivery.
Okay, then you get the bonus.
So some of them are more money. But then at the end of the year, you get 10% of your total expenditure back in points. So if you spend $25,000...
well, 10% of your total points back. All right, so
total expenditure.
So you spend $50,000 on your card.
Yes.
And you get $5,000 worth of points.
Yes.
Which is really... do the math. What is that? 500
in
points?
Any case, you can use it to pay for flights. You can use it to pay for Amazon purchases. You can buy gift cards. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. So what we did was, even though it costs me like an extra $50 to pay my rent that way, at the end of the year, it adds up to be more that we get back. And so you're earning the points in the meantime, and we meet our minimum. Because you have to, in order to get the 60,000 points, you have to spend $4,000 in the first 2 months. So I'm just going to put the rent on it twice, and poof, we're done. And we get like $800 in free flights.
But if you pay your rent, you what, 3% of the rent?
No, so the rent is only one. You get 10% back at the end of the year. It's only 1% now.
Okay. All right.
But I have to meet the $4,000 minimum. In any case, I sat down, crunched the numbers. It works out so that we're making money and that we can use this money to pay for flights.
Perfect SAT math.
So we just have to pay.
Who might argue?
So what we're doing now is, and again, this only works if you pay your cards off every month. There's no benefit if you have interest on the cards. We pay our cards every single month in their entirety. We don't have car payments. We have old shitty cars, which is good because
they're a lot better than some cars on the planet.
Hey, listen, I love my Jeep. I would never drive anything else. So there you go. I want to go to what Uriel said. Doug, your comment about the album reminds me a lot of myself. It's a miracle I've ever finished any albums.
Yeah, it's kind of the way it goes. Like it's almost, well, especially when you're recording, you have to like record, you listen back, like eventually you're just like, artists are looking for the next thing, like they don't want to spend too much time on the stuff. But I am being super careful, Uriel. I don't want to let these babies of mine, these songs, whatever.
When he's saying he's being super careful, what he means is he's being an OCD perfectionist nutbag.
I make a little progress every day.
Okay, we'll see. But I think that the problem is as musicians and perfectionists, you're very hard on yourself, but the casual listener isn't going to notice.
Well, I think you're going to notice if it sounds like mud coming out of your speaker.
Yes, but that has not been the case.
Oh, well.
As a matter of fact, when you first played something, there was one song you played for me, and I'm like, I can't understand the lyrics.
See? Mud.
Okay, and you argued with me and told me I was wrong. So, Anne's here. She says hi. Hey, Anne. I'm so glad you're here.
She just came for the sunset. This is
Sunset's pretty good.
It's like a hazy.
It's like the magic hour.
situation.
Although, that flamingo is watching the sunset. He's very excited about it.
He's turned his
really
back
different.
on us.
It looks like, honestly, it looks fake.
It looks like there's low hanging fog.
Like I kind of wish those
really
trees.
isn't.
I kind of wish those trees there were palms.
Oh, it would be nice.
It would look like it was fake. But anyway,
Well,
it is
there's a
pretty
couple
good.
palms out there.
So that's what we did with that. So do you want to talk about the RV lot? Should we talk about it?
Yeah, we touched on it a little bit last night, but I'll set the story. Sunday.
Well, hang on. Tell them about us wanting. We want an RV.
Well, we want an RV, so we watch a lot of RV videos and walkthroughs and things like that so we try to figure out what we want. We kind of know exactly what we want, what we don't want.
And our fantasy is to follow. Doug would like to follow the Bills.
I would like to follow the Buffalo Bills around
for a year. That would be cool, like one season, and then watch them finally win a Super Bowl. And then I'd like to go to like Burning Man. I'd like to go to national parks. I'd like to go to Brimfield again. I'd like to go up to Bridgeton. I'd like to visit some of my friends. It would be super cool to have one. There was even a time where I wanted to do it full time. I mean, right now, honestly, like none of this is all just a crack pipe fantasy dream.
See, because we have to win the lottery first. So we went into the RV show as if we won the lottery or are going to win the lottery. So this is how we approach the sales situation.
It's not really how we approach the sales situation, but it's,
Well, you said money was no object.
I did say money was no object because it's not an object. When we buy an RV, it'll be because we have so much money that
it's not an object coming into my bank account right now.
But I don't know. I also think that we don't necessarily have to win the lottery to get there. I think your record's going to go platinum. We're going to have to tour, and I'm not going to want to ride on the bus with everybody else. I'm going to need a class.
You're a pretty princess.
Van. I might be a pretty princess. I don't know. And Anne says, Doug, that it's the best sunset I've seen on the podcast.
Interesting.
Interesting.
It's just weird because there's no cloud, it gradates. There's a few puffy clouds up here, but but it's honestly, color wise, that's a.
I don't think it's the best one. It might be the best one on camera, but it's definitely not the best one we've had.
Certainly a good strong color.
In person, it doesn't look that good.
No,
it looks better on screen.
I mean,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's the same color, but it's it looks like the sun rising over there. That's what kind of that's west. So if that happens, we're kind of screwed.
So anyway. So yeah, I think that we're going to end up with one eventually, but I'm not going to buy one just to buy one. I'm not going to buy one just because it's cheap or we know what we want. We're not going to waste our money. And yes, best on camera. Yes, I don't know whether
it was also when Anne thought I was all handsome and then came here and saw me in real life and she's like,
no, it's but to your point, what it looks like in person versus what it looks like on camera, in person here it just kind of looks a little muddy, like you were talking about your music, whereas it's looking great on camera. And I always not so much happy with the way I look on camera.
I think you look fantastic.
It drives me crazy. Being on camera is hard. So anyway, we went to the RV show and we wanted to just check out
the air-conditioned Lee Civic Center
because it was air conditioned, which is why we went, because we haven't even gone to look at RVs before. And so we went because it was air conditioned. To Donna's point, she said she looked for us last night. Sorry that we missed you, Donna. I had a really bad migraine yesterday that I could not shake to save my life.
I shook her too.
So we didn't do podcasts last week, Thursday or Friday. We didn't do podcasts last week, Thursday or Friday.
We came back strong Monday. And then but the reason I was saying that I didn't do the podcast Thursday or Friday, I had a really rough time with my birthday. I'm sorry to all my friends that I still haven't gotten back to everybody, or anyone for that matter. I had a really hard time. And of course, fortunately, my friend Dave is coming tomorrow, so hopefully I will put it all out of my mind. But I've been really just still recovering from that. And then I had a really bad migraine yesterday. Monday's migraine, I was able to take cannabis oil early enough, take a nap, and recover for the podcast. But then my migraine yesterday, I was sound asleep. You were sound asleep well before the podcast.
Yeah, but I wasn't. I was I can't possibly do
probably
this.
Sleep by 6.
I can't do this. I was not feeling well. So I'm sorry. It's just been because I've been having a hard time. Donna says we love you. Thank you so much, Donna. I love you so much. I love all you guys. But it's when we do the podcast, like there's definitely been times where I've talked about things that were like hard or like challenging things in my life, and like it's kind of a downer. And like I'm telling you, like you guys would have been calling 911 on me if I was on here last
Well,
week.
it's true.
Like,
I mean, we kind of
Stacey wants to die today. That's the topic of the podcast.
Well, even if we like sometimes we're low energy, but the podcast actually gives us energy, and sometimes we need to bring the energy to the podcast. But yeah, sometimes it's just
it just depends on the day.
Yeah.
So I do want to so I wanted to tell you about the RV thing. So we've been fantasizing. We even mocked up our own RV, which we keep saying we're going to show on here. One of these days we'll do it. I don't know if today's the day or not, but Tom
says our feeds are not in sync for some reason. We blame
I don't know what you mean by that.
It's fake. That's fake news, Tom. Sorry.
No, I don't know that it's fake news, but I don't know what you mean by they're not in sync.
They're not in sync voice wise? Audio wise? Explain yourself, Thomas.
I don't know what that means, but if you could let us know. But we don't really have any control over it. We use a platform that feeds to them. The only thing we could do is end and restart. All of a sudden I feel super queasy.
Oh, do you have your fan on?
I have my fan on. I just feel super queasy.
Well, why don't I just talk about this RV show situation that we went to on Sunday. It was in the beautiful Lee Civic Center. Will that help you?
No, every time I talk tonight, I feel like you cut me off.
Oh, you were like, I'm not feeling well, so I figured, well, what if I take over and then you could just jump in when you're feeling better?
Yeah, okay, but
I
just said that I felt nauseous all of a sudden. I didn't say like I needed you.
Oh,
okay. So anyway, marital hate. Ding. So we've been fantasizing about RVing. We actually talked about our honeymoon traveling to see all 50 states. And when we talked about it, we were in the middle of a rowboat.
Yeah.
And Doug, I think you thought we were going to stay in hotels.
I thought we'd be, just jet setting all over the place. But no.
Tom says one is earlier.
Oh.
We don't have any control over it.
Watch the good one.
Watch whatever one you like.
Yeah, it's your choice.
And then there's the marital hate page, or you can go on YouTube.
Or you can go on
Twitter.
Twitter.
Actually, I need to try the Twitter thing sometime. Actually, maybe I'll do it right now. So we actually have designed our own RV, and we'll show that to you guys sometime. But we have an idea as to what we like. Like we like the B+ because it's like a van size, and we like with a Murphy bed in the middle because you aren't really in the bedroom except to sleep. So why waste all that space? And we want a full bathroom. Fuck the wet bath nonsense. And we want a reasonable kitchen.
Reasonable.
And then, of course, we want to gear it up for boondocking. That's our fantasy.
For those of you watching at home, boondocking is camping where there are no electrical or water hookups like that, of any sort.
And then the other thing we wanted was
you wanted a king size bed.
Well, I would like a king size bed. But we looked at, so we get there, and mind you, we're just going to look, but the salespeople won't leave you alone. Like they follow you, and it's inside, which is why we went there because it's air conditioned. We don't want to waste anybody's time, but we're not ready to buy yet. We're looking. We made that very clear, and we also made clear that money wasn't an issue. Money's literally not an issue.
Money was not
when
an
you're
object.
not planning on buying anything yet. So we went into the Airstream Atlas, and so check out the Airstream Atlas. It's really cool. The thing is, like with Airstream, you're paying for the Airstream name and being part of the Airstream like club of it all. You are 6 seconds earlier. Well,
that's usually me in the bedroom, but isn't that all guys have that problem?
Oh, you're 6 seconds total.
Hey,
as long as you get yours, that's all that matters.
It's part of my philosophy on life. Go ahead.
That's good because tonight I'm just gonna puke everywhere.
That's fun.
Come just in time to clean it up.
So if
puking, not the. Well, you can clean both up. Get yourself a nice microfiber towel. So we went in the Airstream the Atlas, and you're paying for the Airstream. They even have a Tommy Bahama version of the Airstream Atlas, which is like another 20 grand they get for it or some crazy. Maybe it's 10 grand. I don't know. But It only comes in silver because it's Airstream. And the good news is there's all kinds of Airstream specific events, but it doesn't really look like an Airstream.
Yeah.
It looks like a camper van.
We feel we'll be ostracized by the Airstream community.
I don't know about that, but and then the other thing is that it has stairs that fold out. And
automatically.
They automatically fold out, except the part of it that folds out is part of the body. So if you park close to the wrong curb and you open that door, you're going to crunch it. And a lot of people have done that. And we actually watched Gone with the Winds. They had stayed, Jason and Nikki Wynn stayed with Jason's mom. So if you watch Gone with the Winds, they do
it's a young couple.
Young couple. Well, like they're
maybe,
not really young.
Maybe like 30.
No, I think that they're like 40 now.
I don't know about that.
They do. They just don't have kids. That's why they don't.
Oh yeah, old. They look young.
So they did. They did. They lived in their camper for 10 years, and now they live on a sailboat. But their sailboat was being worked on. So the two of them stayed with Jason's mother in an Airstream. The three of them slept across, and they're small people, in the king size bed of the Airstream. The three of them.
The Airstream Atlas is 24 feet. Tip to tip,
but it's wide.
But
it's
then
not
you've
bandwidth.
got,
it's a little wider.
You also got your front seat cabin like a truck or a Sprinter van, and then the
it's a
hood.
Mercedes chassis.
Yeah, so it was
no above sleeping area, just the king size
bed.
The three of them in a bed.
Yeah, imagine sharing a bed, like ladies sharing a bed with your husband and his mom. That's a little weird.
If you're not from Virginia, that's a little weird.
But the wife slept in the middle.
I don't know, who am I picking on?
The wife was,
So Dave says, "Wow, what a jerk Stacy can be." LOL. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll be swimming by tomorrow night. Everybody of DNC do the podcast. Yes, you can swim by. You can come sit up here and be on the podcast. Whatever you want.
I think it'd be really funny if he was like in a full wetsuit and snorkel. And he just popped his head up.
I get my wetsuits. It's hot, or I would let Dave borrow it. But I do have a snorkel. You just snorkel on up and be like, "What's up?"
Oh, it'd be even better if we got a fake shark fin and a fake shark fin.
Like Dave could be a fake shark.
Yeah, that would be.
He could just go like this, like swim around like.
How do you swim with your hands on your head?
Normal people can. Honey.
I can't do that.
You just use your feet for swimming. So back to the camper van. I'm so excited, Dave, that you're coming, and we're gonna have so much fun. We're going to watch Excision. Maybe Killer Joe. Yeah, guys. Actually, we had a request to watch it live so that people could watch along with us. So we'll have to see about that. Anyway, so the problem that the mother had two complaints about the Airstream was that when the Murphy bed pulls down over the sofa, we could actually even pull one up. When the Murphy bed pulls down over the sofa, you have to remove the arms off the sofa, which are Velcroed on, and they just keep falling off all the time. And Doug, one of the ones.
Oh, we walked right in, and I went.
First
and
thing,
one of them didn't even Velcro anymore. It was like the Velcro was there, but it was not grabby anymore. And so I was a little disappointed in that. It was a nice vehicle, but
it didn't smell like it didn't smell like smoke, but it smelled like smoke. It was weird. It was like a smoker had been in there. And so I didn't really want to spend a lot of time in there, but I was really aggravated at the lack of cabinet space. Like the Airstreams, they don't really make use of all the space. Like they're doing great things with cabinetry. They do great hinges. But they just don't have enough storage. And when you have a camper van like that, you need every inch counts. Like you're talking about less than 100 square feet, like every little piece of space.
And she counted the square feet. Well, she counted all the cabinets and figured out how many square feet.
Yeah, and I was going to count it against other campers, but we did not see anything else that we liked. They didn't have
nothing even remote. Yeah.
Not even remotely that we wanted. And so then as we're leaving this one, a salesman comes in and we're like, listen, we want.
Yeah.
And before we can get out, a Murphy bed, B+, blah, blah, blah. We're interested in, we like the Airstream. We told them we'd like to see a Compass. We'd like to see a leisure travel. We'd like to see a Tiffin. Now that Tiffin's been purchased, there's been some issues with quality control. The guy would not let me get a sentence in. Now you have to keep in mind, my background is in sales. I've been doing sales since I was selling, crap in Catholic school.
Crap.
I guess I don't know if they use that money to pay for the legal defense of all the priests that they relocated.
But she digresses.
I don't digress at all. But in any case, I've always worked in sales, so it's something I have a natural inclination for, and I'm very good at. And I just watched two different salesmen just completely bumble the entire fucking day. Like they just fucked up after fuck up after fuck up after fuck up. And by the time we left, I was so aggravated at their poor salesmanship that I wanted to just fucking completely lose it. And I would start going on a tirade and Doug would be like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. Because like Doug, if he sees a bad logo, and actually one of them gave us his business card and it had the worst fucking logo I've ever, he's like, oh, I do it all myself. And he shows
looks like you did it all yourself.
the card and I go, if you don't have anything nice to say, shut the fuck up. So it was the worst logo. You couldn't even tell what it was. And it was two-sided on a shitty card. Like, oh God.
Bad card stock.
You know what? Listen, you need a friend like me in your life when you say you're going to do something for yourself like that, who's going to tell you that that looks like shit. Because I'm the friend. I'm going to be honest with you, whether you like it or not. It's terrible. I wish I could stop myself from doing it. Actually, I had a conversation with my hot-ass neighbor this morning, and I just went berserk. And I'm like, I can't control myself. And then I'm like apologizing because I'm like, it
just comes out. It's like Tourette's.
I care about people a little too much sometimes. I get a little too emotionally invested. I haven't been reading my boundaries books the last couple of days, but I have been working on my boundaries as a rule. And I've been just kind of like, taking time for myself when I've needed to, which has been unfortunately pretty much the last week. Just trying to turn around. So anyway, I explained to Doug, I said, you know how you feel when you see a bad logo design? I said, think about all the people that are fucking shitty designers that have jobs right now and you don't. And I'm like, how does it make you feel? Obviously it makes them angry. Well,
bless you.
I've been now the sky is amazing.
Yeah, the sky's all purple.
But I'm
my mind
you,
says prepare to fight.
It's not like that in person. It's the camera.
No, it's purple. It's brighter purple. Though. It's brighter so on much screen,
brighter on camera.
But it is that color. It's just a 2 shades brighter on the screen. Yeah.
It's not as pretty in person as you're seeing it on the screen.
Yeah, you're not missing anything.
Area up there, it looks better for you guys. Donna says, I'm something being honest. People don't like that much. Why ask? I'm not a liar. Don't ask unless you want the truth. There you go.
The most honest person I know, Donna.
Dave says Stacey Hayes Gear is Stacey's not shy at all, which is why I love her. Shy. No, I am not.
I always tell her she's shy.
He tells me I'm shy and covers me with blankets and stuff.
I'm like, run around here
I'm sitting there with my legs wide open, no pants on,
shy.
Making hissing noises at him with my vagina. Dave, are you gonna enjoy that while you visit?
I wanted to tell Dave we changed the water in the pool just for you, so you're good.
Just because I come doesn't mean there's fluids.
No, I told Dave that I changed the water in the pool just for him.
You changed the water in the pool just for him. And the reason he said that was because I said that I came in the pool. Oh. And I don't leave like shrapnel behind. I'm a lady.
So Donna's honest.
So Dave says, nice, no cum. There's no cum in the pool. And the pool guys were here, Monday?
Well, you're not here for another 24 hours, Dave. So I'm not making any promises.
You might just run over there and rub one out real quick.
See ya. No, I'm not going to do that.
I don't even know what to say about that. So back to the RV show. So these people did not listen to a fucking word we said. I would be like, okay, this is what we're looking for. Blah, blah, blah. Well, let me just tell you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, so what we're looking for is, no, you don't want that. Now you don't want that. Like, you're going to tell me
what I want.
So we've been researching this for 5 years and you know better what I want than I know what I want. Okay. And you're going to try to steer me into a class A. That's not what we want. You're going to, he was like, cause I was like, this is what we want. And he's like, oh, it looks like your husband really wants a camper van. And I'm like, great. That's not what we're getting. We're getting a B+. And it's like, when it comes to Doug and I, we think differently. We view the world differently.
Very differently.
So sometimes, like, I'll be the big picture person and he'll be the small picture person, and vice versa. We'll take turns. It depends on what the topic is. But when it comes down to researching major purchases, that's my jam. Like, I'll spend weeks researching some stupid thing. There's things that Doug wants in a camper and likes in a camper but you're less specific about it than I am, I think.
Well, there's certain things I'll be specific about,
like,
but not. What am I going to be specific about? Those armrests, I'm going to be specific about those.
Yeah, there'll be like some little thing that drives him insane that will be like a big deal. Well, and Donna says campers suck. They fall apart cheaply made. Well, some of them are cheaply made, and that was literally the problem. Like all they had was Thor, and they're like, they're not very well made, and they're like, oh, we get the best prices. Yeah, because they're all shit. Like you could see, like, oh, okay, this is a seam coming apart. Oh, this wasn't put together right, or this is just poor quality. And of course, they're like a home that you move down the road, so they're, you know, things do fall apart, but it, you know, if the quality is shit from the day you get it, obviously you're going to have problems. And Donna says that people are stupid, and I agree with her. So the guy would not listen to there were two different salesmen that we talked to because they passed one of us off to the other, and they were trying to hard sell us. And we're like, we want a Class B with a Murphy bed. I don't like how this is there. And he's like, no, this has a Murphy bed. And I'm like, I don't like this layout.
Specific layout. We're like, this is.
I don't like how it's one after the other,
and this like, here, and not that.
Every time
you're getting all worked up again, honey. You're gonna have to take a drink.
I'm not gonna take a drink. I'm gonna
fan yourself with your fan.
I have my fan. I want to fucking say something.
You get all worked up.
How many times did I try to explain to them exactly what we're looking for, and they cut me off mid-sentence?
Several, and then they proceed to. Then they finally listen to you, and then you show you some piece of crap that you didn't want in the first place.
I would be like,
and then acted surprised when we didn't like it.
Assuming money is not an option.
Yeah.
What do you have that doesn't suck? And I'm like, the quality of this is not good. And I'm like, look at that, look at that, look at that. This is terrible quality because the company. So it was one RV lot, La Mesa. And they had rented the place and brought a bunch of RVs in because nobody wants to go look at RVs in the hot Florida sun. So, they had like a couple of trade-ins that were nicer brands, but they were mostly like these lower level entry level.
Anything that was decent was used, yeah. And then
a used coach. It's like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. Donna says, mine stops put and it stays put. And it's still falling apart. $32,000. The slides out are bug roadways and they suck. I'm selling mine. Good luck getting your money back. Donna says my Winnebago was awesome, but I got sick of it after 20 years. Yeah, I think those old Winnies went forever. They were pretty cool. I don't know what brand your current camper is, Donna, but you definitely got to research these things. Ann says it still looks pretty. Yeah, no, it does, but here, not as good. Which normally I think it looks better here and not as good on screen. Donna says Winnebago and Airstream. Tiffin's another good one. Dave said, could it be that they don't get much sales and they automatically think they can push crap? Yeah. Exactly.
I think all they had was crap, and this was just sort of
except the used ones, and but it wasn't even that. It wasn't that they didn't have it. It was that they, like, a good salesperson is going to say, tell me what you're looking for, what your needs are. And, you know, they'll say, okay, well, I know you're looking for blah, blah, blah. Let me show you this one anyway. You're here or whatever. Or, you know, what if you went with a bigger rig? Would that give you more space? You'd be less worried about this or whatever. Like, but if you don't even listen. And then the other thing was that they were like, not talking to me, they would talk to Doug.
Because I'm the man.
And it's like, if you're a salesperson, first of all, your job is to realize who's the decision maker. And in our case, when it comes to a major purchase, I'm the one who handles the negotiation. That's just how we do things because I'm a bitch and Doug is a sweetheart.
I'm a nice guy.
And, you know, obviously we discuss major purchases, but at the end of the day, I'm the one who does the research. I'm the one who does the negotiation. And in most homes, that's the case. But moreover, well, I don't know most homes like that. But does the wife make the decisions? In a lot of homes, the wife does. In some homes, the husband makes the negotiations. But at the end of the day, you need to make the wife happy because the husband's going to have to fucking listen to her. Like, how do you not know that? So, like, if you can't determine who the decision maker is, it doesn't matter. You treat both of them with kindness and compassion because they're not going to buy from you if you treat their partner like shit. And there was just so many things like he didn't listen, and they were like, "Oh, don't buy a diesel because you can't have it sit. You don't want a Mercedes. You only want a Ford or a Dodge." And it's like, maybe, but like there's a lot more available on the market on the Mercedes platform. We didn't go inside of a Dodge, but the Ford, the cockpit was like, it was like the most pared down Ford that you could possibly get. It's like, well, why wouldn't you, like, when you buy any of these RVs that come on the Mercedes chassis, they have the Mercedes Sprinter van with all of the options, every one of them. Even the low level ones have the Sprinter van with all of the options. Whereas the Ford was just like, here's a shitty Ford.
Yeah.
I'm like half sniffly. So I'm like,
do you want me to grab you a t-shirt?
That's fine. I was going to blow my nose on this, but that didn't work. So we were, Dave says, sounds like my sister. Like, yeah, some of us will be bitchy and get things done. And some of us are not so much. And so I was just so mad because they were like, they just did not listen to her when we said we were like, we want an all electric coach. Those don't work. They don't work. You can't do that. All electric coaches. I'm like, that just means I don't want to carry propane, you fucking idiot. And he's like, and I think he thought I meant an electric motor. Yeah. I don't know. But he's like, it's a joke. And I'm like, okay. And we want to put solar. And he's like, solar's not going to work. It's not going to do what you want it to do. You're only going to have like 400 amps. And I'm like, okay, I haven't been researching this for 5 fucking years.
And so I realized that, like, I got to get some information from this guy that maybe will help. So I'm asking, like, what is the one thing you would get?
No, you said 3.
I said, what are the 3 things that you would advise people or that are important when getting an RV? And I figured it would be like lithium-ion batteries or like size of the black tank or something like. What did he say?
That the TV isn't a neck breaker.
Yeah, you got to have the good.
So sometimes the TVs are in shitty locations and you have to turn to look the whole time.
Like, and that was this guy with 30 years of RV experience.
Donna says your Jeep won't tow it. I'm not looking for a towable. We're looking for a class B+, which is basically like a camper van on steroids. And so what I didn't like was that, so he said that he didn't want one that was a neck breaker. And yes, I mean, obviously the television placement is something you want to think about when you look at an RV, which is why we like the Tiffin, we like the Coachman, we like the Airstream, and we like the Coachman. They all had good television placement, but we haven't seen any of them in person. And then he said he wanted
that's the Airstream right there. So that'll show you how big.
It's like the size of a transit van almost.
It looks like you're going to get shuttled to the airport.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. But it has a slide. And the other thing he was, what were his other 2 things that he wanted?
Storage probably was one.
No, it wasn't storage. It was one of them was the fuel tank size.
Yeah, fuel tank size.
He was like, "Oh, this one has 3 fuel tanks in it. It'll go 11,000 miles." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
It would cost you. I did the math. It was going to cost you something like $3,000 to fill that coach. That was like so much gas.
I don't know, but he and then he had some other stupid thing, but like his, he just wasn't knowledgeable. Like, I feel like I knew more than he did. I left there being like, I could have sold every one of these fucking RVs today. If you just fucking listen to your customers, just listen to them, because it's a turnoff. If you're not listening or engaging with them at all, and you're just talky, then you don't know what they want. You don't have a relationship with them. You're just high pressure selling them. And it was at one point, he's like, "Oh, let's go outside and look." One of the salesmen was like, "Let's go outside and look at this." I'm like, "I'm not doing that."
Yeah. She's like,
I'm like, "Nope." Doug went with him.
I went outside.
Dave says upsell. Yeah. That's his life goal. It wasn't happening. I mean, nothing was happening anyway, but it doesn't matter. But like, I would never buy an RV from this guy. Never. Either one of them. Never. Nope. Ann says the vans are awesome. Yeah. And some people are doing custom camper vans, and Ann says, she also says money.
Well, Donna joined late. Like, this whole camper thing is continuing on us winning the lottery tonight. However, the other night, like the last big drawing.
I just want to read what Donna said. She said walkie talkie LOL. I don't know what she means by that, but okay.
So last night we won $12 in than the Powerball.
We win the lottery.
So,
we're gonna win again tonight.
Watch out, world.
We're gonna win.
We're gonna
big
buy a
time.
$12 RV. So
$12
it was something we enjoyed. We've been wanted to go and look at some RVs,
but I
and then
didn't enjoy it
we
as much.
go and we didn't enjoy it.
Well, the
because
thing
of
that was
these
crazy
remotes.
is we didn't even get to the end of our block before I was like, I do not feel good. I don't know if this is a good idea, but I pushed myself anyway because I hadn't interacted with anyone or really done anything since Wednesday night.
Yeah,
Thursday was not a good day. Friday was not a good Saturday. Was it Sunday? Yeah. So that annoyed me. And I had also decided that the day after your birthday was Judgment Day, where you get to judge all the people in your life that are annoying the fuck out of you, which I happen to have a lot
and
right
even
now.
if you don't know them and they annoy you, you can still.
I was just fucking done. I was like, you people are fucking idiots. You do your job poorly. You're bad people, and you do your part.
Well, you don't know that they're bad people.
No, they were sexist assholes.
They were just
they were sexist assholes.
But you don't know if they're they just don't. Maybe they just didn't know better. Maybe that and does that make them bad people? Possibly.
I mean, listen, even a broken clock is right twice a day. But I still I just did not find them to be likable people, and I like everybody.
Is a broken calendar right once a year?
Might be right a lot more than once a year, depending on the year.
Oh, interesting.
Might be
what about
completely
leap
right
year?
again.
Like a leap year.
Depends on the calendar. You might be right every day. It just depends on the calendar. From year to year. Ask Wesley this. He would know.
Yeah.
So we leave there, and I'm like, I'm just beside myself with their incompetence. And walking with a stupid talkie. Oh, that's a good idea. So then we go to Whole Foods to pick up a few Whole Foods type items, and they didn't have anything. And I just, by the time
we had a list of four or five
things. I wanted Celtic salt, which, by the way, if you can find it anywhere near you, please buy it and send it to us because I can't find it. I thought we had a box of 6. Doug swears that they didn't come.
I think we only got one.
I'm pretty sure they did, and I don't know where he put them. And whatever. And then maybe we play a game called Look for the Salt. Would you have put it in the closet above the refrigerator?
I believe I looked in there.
I think we should look for it. Okay, like a look for it party. We wanted Celtic sea salt. They didn't have that. We wanted wild yam cream. They didn't have that. We wanted spray quercetin. Didn't have that. And we wanted organic egg white protein. They didn't have any egg white protein.
Well, they used to get it, but the guy hasn't been showing up.
But not even the organic. So it's what they're like.
So she's like,
what? But the thing is that Whole Foods got bought by Amazon, which means that they know what people are searching for, what people are trying to buy. They have their best market research in the world because they've got everybody adding shit to carts.
Right.
How do you not have Celtic salt in stock? How do you not have wild yam cream in stock? Because all the natural health people are looking for this. So I'm like, here I am, all upset about, I just turned 47. I've been sick for 10 years. It's really fucking I generally, keep it together pretty well, but every once in a while I fucking fall apart. My birthday and the anniversary of my diagnosis, 10 years is coming up. I'll be a mess that day too. And I'm just like, there's fucking incompetent fucking idiots. They've got jobs. They live normal fucking lives. And I'm just home being punished and being fucking sick all the time. And so I was fucking livid. And then we stopped at BurgerFi, grabbed some lunch.
Which I enjoyed. You didn't enjoy as much. I thought mine was very good.
And, and it's expensive.
Yeah.
And then but we had to grab something because we were out.
We were starving.
And then it was so funny because we got near the door and I'm like, okay, we need to go get lunch now. I cut the guy off mid-sentence because fuck him. And if we could, I don't know what we need to water tonight, but we should water something.
It's been raining all day.
And I don't know. I was just disappointed in it. But then today we went to Costco.
We went to Costco and erased all
Costco fucking they were out of pie.
Oh no,
they
no
didn't
key lime pie
salmon.
today. Yeah, and there was no fresh wild caught salmon, which they normally have. Only the farm crap that is no good.
And yeah, don't get farm raised salmon. Bad for you.
I don't know if it's bad for you, but it's not as good for you.
I will say this: I got into a conversation with folks about natural health products today, and posted on my wall. Does anybody have a recipe for a tried and true recipe for dishwasher pods and or washing machine, we get ours for free because I have a doTERRA wholesale membership. I use the points in that to get free things. So if you are interested in doTERRA, I don't sell it. I'm happy to give you my wholesale discount. But if you want to get a wholesale membership yourself, let me know. I'll set you up. I think you get some free stuff and I get some free stuff. And I can teach you how I use the points to get free things because we don't have any extra money. So the money that I spend on doTERRA is money that we would normally spend on cleaning products or over-the-counter medications or health and beauty products. We just repurpose that money, and I use the points to buy stuff like shampoo and soap and laundry.
Their shampoo is legit.
Yeah, I don't know if we can get that shampoo anymore, babe. I think it is officially gone. But I could be wrong. I wanted to just pull up the
She's pulling up the podcast on Twitter.
I want to see if I can comment on it. Why don't you talk about something? I don't really have much else, to be honest with you.
The tuatara or tuatara is a which is, I believe, I think it's a tuatara. I believe it's a species of lizard. It's the only species of its kind in that family. It's from New Zealand. Very rare species, and I have never seen one in person. They only exist in zoos in the United States, obviously, and they're very rare. And I don't know why Twitter made me think of the tuatara. Tuatara.
I don't like your intros on the podcast.
What do you mean? Oh, well, I was just
Marital Hate, episode 81. Join us for the 81st.
81st, and the next one will be the 82nd.
So there you go. I honestly, I'm really not feeling well.
Okay, we can wrap this.
And
I was just going to share a picture of the tuatara, just for people. The New Zealand tuatara. It apparently has a third eye, like in its head or something. It's very strange, and it's very, very related to dinosaurs. There's something screaming out there. Some sort of bird. Screaming bird situation. Anyways,
incidentally, if you haven't seen flamingos fucking, you should look it up.
Oh, yes. Stacy found that and called me over, and apparently the male has to get.
Come on, you do it.
The male has to get up. No, I'm not going to do it. No. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm
going to get some flamingos and do it.
All right. So the male has to go in his rearward trajectory, and then he's got to lift his feet up and put it in like the back of her wings, her wing joints. While he's doing that, that's pretty impressive because his feet are off the ground.
Yeah, he's like levitating, and then he hops over her head when he's done.
And then when he's done, he's like whoop over the top. It's like a slam. It's like a spike in the football, basically, is what it is. But you're spiking the mate. Anyways, and some of them are monogamous, and what the males do will parade in unison.
They all do it. The March of the Flamingos is
it's
hilarious.
Crazy.
It's the funniest thing.
So Stacy was like, I want to go see flamingos. So we looked it up, and the flamingos were reintroduced to the area. And one of the big sources of the flamingos were Hialeah racetrack near Miami. Their infield had a big lagoon, and that's where they had the flamingos that did very well, and they still do very well to this day. Although they don't race horses there anymore. They only do quarter horses in the winter. They don't race thoroughbreds there anymore, which was really disappointing because I was like, oh, we'll go see flamingos. We'll see some, but now there's a casino there instead. So they do have simulcast wagering available, but that's not as fun as seeing the ponies run by.
So the moral of the story is we want to go feed flamingos somewhere, but it doesn't look like it's going to be happening. Tracy says, hi peeps. Tracy, we're wrapping up early because I'm not feeling well. I suck as a person.
We just have a few more flamingo facts.
Just go watch flamingos have sex on YouTube.
Go watch the flamingo mating on YouTube.
That'll be way more fun than talking to us.
And if you get turned on, let us know, because then we'll know that you're a little freaky. You're a little freaky.
I got turned on by it.
It's pretty impressive though. He's up there with his feet on the wings and flapping around. It's that's some talent. That is. Yeah.
Tracy says I do not suck as a person.
Well, there you go.
I suck as a friend recently. I haven't had a lot in me to give.
Friend
to
maybe, but
I am very excited. Dave is coming, and I'm super we'll just the thing about having a friend around that you've been friends with as long as I've been friends with Dave is I can just sit on the couch and watch bad horror movies with him. We just float around the pool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to put on airs, and I didn't have to put on airs for Anne either. She was fantastic, but Dave is just, I feel comfortable. But I do want to make him feel at home, and yeah, I think we'll have a great time. So I want to do our gratitude before we get out of here.
Gratitude, indeed.
I am grateful. I'm grateful that I was able to get some groceries, get to Costco today, so that we do not starve to death. Not that we were going to starve to death, but
no. But it was funny.
Did we buy lemons at Costco?
I did. I bought it.
I didn't even notice
lemons. I could have bought 3 bags of lemons, but I bought one just to get us through because I just bought a bag at Publix not too long ago.
Okay. So. And then I'm grateful that I was able to go to Costco despite my disappointment in the lack of pie. I wanted to bring fucking key lime pie for my friend, but no.
We'll have to get another source.
We're gonna have to get him key lime pie somewhere else. And then I'm grateful for my friend Christina's mom had been sick and she is doing awesome. Her numbers are way down. I'm really psyched about that. I'm really psyched that we have our first potential sponsorship deal.
Oh, I thought we couldn't talk about that.
I'm not going to say who it is or what it is, but I'm just saying that we have our first potential sponsorship. I can't name any names, but we're looking forward to it. Tracy says yourself first always. It's something I'm working on. And then Charlie says a flamingo mating dance. Yeah, it's amazing. You need to see it. Dave says good night. See you tomorrow. Yeah. I'm thankful Dave is coming.
I'll be excited about that.
I think Doug's excited. Dave's going to entertain me for a little while, so I don't annoy him so much.
Well, you said that Dave would agree with me on certain things, especially the Counting Crows thing.
The Counting Crows suck. And that I need a handler at all times because I will get myself into mischief if not given some level of direction. And
it's true.
Oh, I can't. So Dave has I think you're going to be able to do a Dave impression by the time he leaves. I'm picking on you, Dave. So Dave does a couple of things that are just adorable. So when Dave, he has a smile that lights up the room. He just goes all of a sudden you'll be talking to him and something, you'll say something funny and he just lights up and he's this big grin and his eyes sparkle. And
so what I know of Dave is that he's a pretty quiet guy.
And so you get to know him.
He's pretty quiet. But I would think when you get a quiet person and all of a sudden they light up, it's that much more of
his smile literally lights up a room. It's amazing. And then he does this thing where he goes, what? I'm talking
that's
about.
Just that's normal people do that with you.
When they react to me, I don't know, what? But I'm so psyched to hang out with him. He's such a good guy. So I'm really excited about that. I'm always thankful for my Jeep. I'm thankful for the pool, although I have not been in quite some time. I probably should. And I'm thankful for people that have been checking on me, even though I haven't really been getting back to people. Thank you. And my friend Jen down the street. Tracy sent me a few messages. Charlie reached out to me. Dave is should I cancel my trip? And you guys are just the best. I love you. I love all the people that support the podcast. I mean, of course, I loved you guys long before the podcast.
You didn't know some of them before the podcast.
Tom's here. Donna's here. I'm always happy.
Charlie.
And Charlie points out the obvious. He says Stacy will get herself into trouble when unsupervised. I get myself in trouble when I am supervised. And what the hell supervision have you ever given me? Charlie, your mother's funeral. You're yeah, let's go off-roading. Great idea.
It is so true. There's been, and I'm not there's times where you're afraid to tell me things that you've done and things getting the Jeep stuck in the middle of the
I've
woods.
said to Zach, because my friend Zach and I always get into trouble together, and I always say to Zach, don't tell Doug about this. And then 5 minutes after we walk in the door, I tell you about it.
It's not I'm going to come down on you, but sending you off to the Kid Rock concert. I'm oh, this is good. There's 2 times in my mind where I'm this, I might need to go and chaperone. One was ayahuasca camp.
Oh, why didn't you come to ayahuasca camp with me?
I wasn't allowed. This was a spiritual journey.
I told you to come.
I'm not going to do an ayahuasca. You don't know what demons I have in my head. I'm going to be carrying stakes around. I had a weird dream the other night about carrying stakes around. It was very strange. I'm I got to go to the bathroom, but I didn't want to set them down in the bathroom, and they were in my stakes, big thick stakes.
So did you ask your former mother?
No, I don't know. It was crazy. So, anyways, and then the other time was when she's going to the Kid Rock concert. I'm oh, this is not good.
Where did you think I was?
Kid Rock in Florida. And so I
What did
did
you
get a
think I
call
was-
later that day.
What did you think I was going
We're
to
in
do?
the middle of a thunderstorm looking for a gas station, and the whole area is without power, and I'm running out of gas, and I'm driving around. I'm like,
That's not exactly
this
what
is why you get gas when the light comes on and you don't wait. There's
First
just
of
certain
all,
little
we
things
had
that are
plenty-
common sense, people.
We had plenty of gas. We
Yeah.
would have made it home with that amount of gas. But
The other
Zach
day-
insisted we stop for gas.
Well, the other day,
Just because the light's on doesn't mean you're out of gas.
the other day we stopped and got gas, and it was something I don't quote me on this, but it was, I think we really needed gas, so I put in 18.7 gallons of gas. I get in the car, I look up on my phone, the Jeep Wrangler, the gear and everything, fuel capacity. It was 18.2. So like, I don't know how much negative gas we had, but we didn't.
I think
have
fucking
any.
7-Eleven is ripping us off. It's a good thing we got the fucking
Yeah.
20 cents off.
Well, there was
Charlie says, I am one to encourage bad behavior. I don't need to be encouraged. Clearly,
She needs to be, you ever see a guy on a horse, like a horse and buggy, and he's like pulling back the reins, trying to get that thing to stop, and it's going to
How's that
blast right
working
through
out
the
for
side
you?
of the. Yeah, it's. I try to gently pull back the reins, and I know that the horse is not going to stop before it busts through the side of the barn. So I jump off into the nice safe hay before that happens. There's a picture on our well, actually, but there's a picture on our refrigerator of the Jeep stuck in mud up to the running boards. There was also another time where there was snow up.
Donna had to pull me out one time.
It's a good thing you have good friends. All right, so another time we were in the driveway at Surfside Road in Situate, and the snow was up over the hood of the Jeep. But luckily, we had driven it. So,
Actually, the plow guy came and couldn't believe I got it stuck. I'm like, God, give
so
me a shot.
she's like, I'm going to do this. I'm like, let me just shovel a little bit, whatever, and then you can try it. No, I'm going to try it. She couldn't do it. So you got stuck. You got unstuck. Then I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't try that again. Get stuck again. So I push her a little bit. She gets unstuck. Then the third time, she really got stuck. And I'm like, she's like, I don't know why I got stuck. I'm like, I told you 3 times that you were going to get stuck. Yeah, and you got stuck 2 times before you got stuck, and the plow guy had to come and help you out with a rope.
So I have fun, and Doug has a stick in his ass.
Well, no, it's not a stick in the. It's called common sense. If I jump off the cliff,
I don't know.
I'm
All
probably
I know
going to
is
get
I
hurt.
don't feel good, and I really want to wrap up because I'm not feeling well. So
Well,
if you
I
wanna
will talk about
continue,
I will talk about my gratitude, and that will be that.
Okay. Well, I'm just really grateful for the people that watch this podcast and continue to encourage us, and all of my friends in general. You guys are just fucking awesome. Charlie says, run wild, be one with the wildlife. Also, that's a great idea. Tracy and Becky, or I don't know if I should give Becky credit for this one, sent us a gift for our 100th episode, which we have not opened. We figured we'd save it for our 100th episode. I don't know, Tracy, you tell us what to do. It's inside. We're very excited. It came today. It made a noise.
Oh.
Is it gonna die? Let us know if it's gonna die because we'll get it out of the box.
Well, I could feel like through the package that it wasn't strap on, so I think I'm in. I think I'm
God
okay. I
damn
think
it.
I'm safe.
But I figured that with Dave here, maybe we'd have 5 margaritas, and I would peg you both. Is it cheating if you peg your friend from high school?
I don't know. Jury, I don't know if that. I don't know because it's false.
Becky
appendage.
is involved. Aw,
Yeah,
marital love. I will say
Marital
it's
love.
actually interesting because I tell Doug everything, and there's a lot of couples out there that don't, and like. They don't
She'll
tell
root for you. She doesn't care. She's known you long enough.
Well,
She'll
you don't
just
even
root for
know.
you.
Dave said, "I'm the F out." There's couples out there that don't tell each other everything, and we do. We tell each other everything. And Tracy said, "And I am the wildlife." Woo! See,
goodness.
if she came down, she's the wildlife.
She's the wildlife. Yeah, we would have a good time when they come down. I will say that because they'll come down.
I gotta tell you,
Yeah.
There's a part of me.
Yeah.
I'm not. Please, Becky, don't think I'm hitting on you or Tracy at all. I'm not. I'm happily married, and we're not swingers.
Not that.
Despite the guy that wanted to eat my ass all day.
Oh, that guy too.
That's last weekend. He wanted to eat my ass all day. That's not the point. The point is, have a drink. The point is that I think that we have fantastic sex. I'm very happy with our sex life.
Thank you. I'm also.
I think you have the perfect cock, and generally speaking, you do nice things with it. Although I have been putting yam cream on his balls.
I don't know. She's like, yam cream. It's supposed to be good. What are you gonna do? You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to put it on your balls. She goes, you want me to put it on your balls? I'm like, Sure, why not?
So
Sure,
now every day he comes prancing out with his balls hanging out.
No,
And
I
I rub
don't
lotion.
prance. I go over, and you get your yam.
Do you not remember the dance you did this morning?
No, I was doing a dance later in the day. I did two dances today.
He came out from behind the couch, and he had his whoopee, like a polar fleece that he wears every fucking day. And then he comes around the couch and he has no pants on.
That wasn't about the yam cream. That was something else.
That was just walking around with your dick hanging out?
I don't know what that was about. That was about something. But today, I danced because Edwin Starr's 25 Miles was on the TV, and I knew all the words because my band used to play that song. And so it was pretty good.
So anyway, what you're thankful for?
I'm thankful for all you people. I'm thankful for Costco. I'm thankful for the woman at Costco whose kids were behaving and kind of taught me
lemon basil Jeremiah's. Oh my god!
They put the Italian ice, lemon basil Italian ice, vanilla soft serve, lemon basil Italian, and they layer it on up.
But the lemon basil Italian ice was the star of the show.
It's pretty good.
We split one.
Yeah, we split one on the way home, and we missed the heavy weather here.
So we spent a sum total of $10 on dinner tonight.
So,
dinner and dessert.
Yeah. And we missed that here in Cape Coral. Anyway, so
how did you get a picture of it if we missed it?
I grabbed it off of the Cape Coral Residence page. I'm thankful for the Cape Coral Residence page. I'm thankful for have
you been on the Cape Coral Residence page? You might not want to be thankful for that group. That a lot of people are miserable.
Oh, there was some like
anyways, we're trying to save you some. Oh, Tracy tells Becky everything.
Yeah. Jeremiah was indeed
a bullfrog, and he was a good friend of mine. And you can actually join the Jeremiah's membership.
You could if you want, and if you come down here, maybe we'll take you to Jeremiah's. Anyways, so I am thankful for so many things. I'm thankful for I was able to help out my friend Paul with some music. I put some harmonies and some organ and some guitar in his track, which was actually fun because it was like kind of taking someone else's things and putting a little adding to it and sending it back, and that was really fun, and it actually taught me a little bit about how I want my stuff to sound, so that was great. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for all my friends who contact me, my children, I have very little in life to complain about, except for Miss Wilderness over here.
Have a good night, guys. I'm gonna go puke.
All right, bye.
Bye.